Today we're going to continue our series on artist image, and in this video we're going to go over the 4 most common artist image mistakes. Let's go.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record.
What is up, guys? I'm Ryan Vatsek. I am a music producer, marketer, and the owner of Lion Bolt Records. And we're in the middle of our series right now on artist image. And like I said, I'm gonna go over the 4 most common pitfalls with artist image. There are a lot of aspects to an artist's image, and I went over that in the last video in the series. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. But there are also a lot of aspects that can destroy your success as an artist, or at least slow you down a lot. Mistake number 1 is having too narrow of an age demographic. Now, what does that mean? I'm talking about the way that you hold yourself, the way that you cater to a certain age. Don't limit that. That's a mistake, okay? And of course there are exceptions to this, but you have to think about where you're going and not just where you're at right now. So what do I mean by narrowing down the age demographic? For example, if you're a high schooler and you're a musician, don't cater your image to only high school students. Think broader, think of the rest of the world out there. Don't narrow down your audience to such a small amount of people. Plus, that's also an age group that doesn't have so much cash either. If you are an adult contemporary artist, the same applies. Don't be so unexciting that you don't draw in the younger crowd, okay? I talked about the talent stack in the last video, and I still stand behind that. That is something separate, right? The market is going to decide for you what your demographic audience is, okay? The market will decide. You can't pretend to know what will happen in the market, okay? The market is the market. There's nothing we can do about it. Instead, put your music out to every age group, and the analytics will tell you who your demographic is. Artist image mistake number 2, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one, but I am a firm believer that profanity in the onset of your career, right, in the beginning of your career, puts yourself at a disadvantage. But hear me out. You can put yourself at a disadvantage because platforms like YouTube and Facebook, they have an algorithm, and the algorithm puts content with profanity at a disadvantage, right? YouTube feeds videos with profanity less compared to videos without profanity. That's a fact. That's a statistic, all right? Same with Facebook and Instagram, right? We already spend so much time battling the algorithm. Why would you stack on another disadvantage? You don't want to have that overlay that says sensitive content on your content, okay? You want it to be seen. So the data shows that profanity loses in the beginning. Of course, once you're a huge artist and you have your audience hooked, you can do whatever the heck you want. But you know me, I'm a very results-driven guy. I recommend not putting yourself at a disadvantage in the beginning so that you can grow as fast as possible. All right, artist image mistake number 3. This is the one that we all do a little bit, yet we are so embarrassed to admit it, we might never admit this one, okay? It's being too much of a copycat artist. Now let me go back to something I referenced in the last video. I talked about the talent stack. It's your unique talents and traits combined into this great package that's unique to you, right? The talent stack applies to your musical influences as well. So it's okay to have influences, it's okay to be inspired, but if you draw too much from one source, if you get too much inspiration from one artist and you try to become like that artist without any other influences, you become a copycat artist. And that is a huge mistake because copycat artists are boring, they're predictable, and they don't bring anything new to the table. So over the course of years, as time goes on, you're most likely not gonna have a lasting career because you're not bringing anything new to the table. You're not bringing any value to your audience. You're just a copycat. So again, I'm not saying don't have influences. I'm not saying don't be inspired. Yes, be inspired by your favorite artists. I am. I love my artist heroes, but just don't be too much like them. Find your own voice. Find your own image. And the 4th and final artist image mistake that you need to avoid is putting your image in the wrong place, okay? You have to know where your image best lives. It has a lot to do with what platforms are out right now. It also has a lot to do with what your artist image is specifically. So I'm just gonna give some examples so that you could start applying it to your artist image. So an example of understanding where your artist image belongs is if your image is youthful and it's whimsical and it's outgoing, then you need to be on Snapchat. That's where young people are. That's where they hang out, and that's where you need to be. That's a place that is natural for your artist image, and it's a place where it could shine. It's a platform that allows it to shine. If you're an adult contemporary artist or an older artist, you gotta be on Facebook, right? That's where the demographic is. If your brand is very visual and it's about the glamour and the lifestyle, then you belong on Instagram, okay? There's no way around that. It's a very visual platform. It's the most popular platform for imagery. You gotta be there. And lastly, plot twist, if you're not on YouTube, I believe everyone needs to be on YouTube. Everyone needs to have a YouTube channel, no matter what your artist image is, no matter what your age is, no matter what you're trying to achieve with your music, you need to have a YouTube channel. Being on camera and using video is the most effective way to express your artist image. It's the most effective way to share your talents, to demonstrate your talent stack to your fans, and to really make real connections. It's video, guys. Be on YouTube, make a YouTube channel, and invest in video, okay? So those were the 4 most common artist image mistakes. If you thought of any more while watching this video, leave a comment below and let me know. And also in the description, there are some links to more guides about the music business and marketing your music. So if you need that, definitely check that out. And make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the rest of the videos in this series. The YouTube algorithm doesn't feed all of the videos to you, even if you are a subscriber. So if you don't wanna miss out, hit the notification bell. And thanks so much for watching to the end of this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.